Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, March the 5th, 2020, and welcome back to your Dead Sun Entertainment Live Super Show. All of that good stuff. It's Mr. Video Games. Sadly missing a third person this week, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay. You got me, you got Slacker Kite here, and you got Lady Merowyn. Merowyn, say hi to the people.
Hello.
But it's okay. I've got a special, delightful treat for all of you beautiful people out there in video gameland. Since we can't get a Brian, I'm going to do you all a solid and replace my delightful face. I know you'll miss the face, but you're going to get something else instead. I'll just go ahead and switch over to it. Why the hell not? There you go. We're going to get ourselves a randomly generated waifu every 15 seconds in place. Isn't that delightful, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Isn't it delightful? Just a little.
I think it might be proof that we need serious mental health.
I found this stupid thing right before the show, and yeah, we've traded Brian for a multitude of waifus instead, so... And these are computer-generated waifus, just like Brian. So everything is fine today.
This is fine. We're all fine.
Yeah, so we'll have a mildly contracted show today, but I did want to start off talking about a game that's been out for a couple of months, but I played a little bit of it. Giant Pie, I am absolutely hyped for The Last of Us TV show, but that's going to be next week's show. We're only going to focus on what we were supposed to talk about Monday, but then Brian had issues, so we decided to go to Thursday. You might... I'm shitting on my boy, and I know I should not, but here we are. Anyway...
It's okay, Brian. I still love you.
We still love our good boy, Brian. This game is called Photographs. If you've ever heard me talk up, if anybody ever asked me what Android game is good or not, I'll always talk up, you must build a boat, and I forget if it's million or 10 million, but it's made by the same team, 88 Games. And each one of those games is kind of basically, you play a fancy, bejeweled type puzzle game where you match stuff and things happen, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It's great. It is fine. One of my favorite phone games of all time. In this game, instead, you're playing through five scenarios. Each one has a different protagonist. We see this one is the alchemist. and as you're playing through it, the puzzles kind of like at first you are leading the daughter through the puzzle, and then things happen, and it's very sad at the end, and all of it is like about questionable ethics. Here's where the game kind of threw me, and I saw this in kind of followed similarly in a review by Kotaku. While talking about games with questionable ethics. One of the scenarios is you're a journalist, right? And the journalist is the grandson of the man that started it, who was running this newspaper called The Uplift, and they published happy stories. But boy, after he took over, it just started failing, and this other newspaper that was full of hate started taking over, and he instead sold his paper to the company, and suddenly we're talking about Harry and the Hendersons. Let's just skip that. And it starts talking about, oh, I sold my soul, and then this guy that he fired in a MAGA hat comes in and blows up the newspaper, because that's what you get when you publish hate. And suddenly you look at all of these scenarios like, oh, I'm the target demographic, I think, for let's just go with the internet statement, the SJWE scenario type stuff. But man, some of these scenarios end up ultimately being super fucking cheesy, and some of the puzzles in it aren't the best to begin with. And have you ever played a game where you want to like agree with the game, but the way they are selling it, you just kind of can do nothing but just groan your way through it? That's Photographs.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this might be one that I could get into.
Yeah, it's fine. It is not a bad game. I don't regret my time with it. But, man, it really made me disappointed after I played through and was like, you're really making some sad statements. Playwatch, welcome to the show. You just missed that we're missing a Brian today, but we've replaced him with waifus instead. So, you get that for your day in his place. I mean, I can always pop back in and say hi. That's just a click of the button. Hold on a sec. 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody! See? Waifu. Waifu Travis. Anywho. Yo, I want to talk about the actual news that we were going to talk about on Monday, but instead we're going to talk about today, because I want to talk about the news.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why we're here. We have to inform the public.
You know, the public that's already been basically informed, but I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's like this little thing going around, this like tiny virus thing. It's nothing, none is a big deal. Definitely not a big deal. But everything has been fucking canceled because of it. I know last week we were talking about and going, man, people are kind of overreacting. And then it spread. At first it was just PlayStation bailing out, but then Activision bailed, and then Blizzard, and then Gearbox. And it just kept fucking going. And now GDC itself is canceled, at the least for this year. And it looks like several other items, such as PAX, may be delayed in the future as well. So, yeah. All of the things are fucking canceled right now because of fear, which is fine. It's a fucking good reason. I'm really glad that there were no giant outbreaks at PAX or anything like that, because can you fucking imagine what that would have done if there had been an outbreak at PAX?
I mean, it would give a whole new meaning to the term con plague.
Yeah, the Pax Pox that everyone has grown to know and love has just evolved legs now. Yeah, basically everything is canceled, except, the President of the United States is telling us we should all go into work because you'll be just fine. The numbers are way too high. People are blowing this shit out of proportion.
Well, and I mean, like, there are a few smaller cons that aren't canceled. So far, Niagara Falls Comic Con still seems to be a go for this summer. Have we heard if E3 is going to be canceled? I know they're questioning it.
They are questioning it, but it's far enough out from now that they may have a window. So they're kind of keeping an eyeball out at this moment. And Giant Pie is correct that South by Southwest is currently not refunding tickets, which is a shit show if I have ever heard of one. At the least, GDC is restaging and refunding, and we're going to get into further bits on that in a moment. But yeah, whereas last week there hadn't been any cases, especially in the U.S. As of this week, there's like 11 cases and 2 people in New York have died. So that's cool.
You know, it kind of makes me wonder if Coachella is going to end up canceled because that's in April.
Oh, that would not amaze me at all. Oh, this startled waifu looking in on the screen is definitely, I agree with her entirely.
Especially since with Coachella, the VIP passes alone, I think, are $999 each plus fees. So, no deaths in Canada as far as I know, but the rate of infection in Toronto, I think we're sitting at triple digits.
Yeah, so at this point, they haven't necessarily, at least for GDC, they haven't necessarily canceled it. They've made the official announcement here that they are not having it in March. They are going to delay it. So I do not believe they have given out refunds either. But at least for this, unlike, as I said, Coachella and some other things, there is. Yeah, there's a lot more open possibilities that GDC is giving, but they may end up. They have mentioned before they may end up giving people their money back.
This is going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, we're already seeing massive delays in the industry, be it from like a hardware manufacturing standpoint to shipping. Um, I don't. It's going to be interesting.
It was interesting to me the other day. I went to a GameStop. I know, right? But there was a dude at the front of the line, and he was asking if they had a Nintendo Switch on sale. And they're like, "Buddy, I don't know if you've been listening to the news, but all of the manufacturing right now is really bad. We don't have any Switches in any of our regional stores right now. You could try asking some Targets; they may have them, but we definitely don't have them. You may want to ask online. We may be getting one or two later in the week, but yeah, sales are definitely bad at this point, especially when you're talking the electronics division, because so much of that is developed in China, and they have been hit the hardest.
It's yeah, this is just like a bad situation all around. The fact that there are governments that are not taking it as seriously as they should, and the fact that there are some people that are taking it far too seriously. Um, like there have been questions posed to the CDC of would it kill the virus if I drank bleach? Um,
Oh God,
and I mean, yeah, it would. It'd
it
kill
would
you
kill
too.
you too, but
You can't get coronavirus if you're dead.
I want to mention
So
that my laugh was not at the idea of people dying horribly from a intense flu, but instead our chat talking about other things delayed, such as Not having a crack to Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, so
Yeah, 121 days. Like, that's pretty fucking impressive that it still hasn't.
while we're talking about awful things that have been asked to the CDC, I do want to throw out there that, hi, your Chinese food is probably fucking fine. Does not make this another.
Yeah, and like ordering things from Wish and Alibaba, again, they should be okay.
Yeah, if it takes 2 hours for your package to deliver, congratulations, you're not going to get anything with a virus in the first place. And I hate to tell you, but your Chinese food, if you're living in America, was probably made from somebody not from China.
Also, the I'm sorry, I just blanked. Oh yeah, the main public transport uh company here, Metrolinx, has actually started spraying down their trains and buses with disinfectant that apparently has a year-long half-life on it.
Woo.
Because there was recently an incident where a woman flew into Pearson Airport from Iran who took a go bus to Richmond Hill and tested positive. So they had to track down everybody who was on said bus.
Yeah, one of the dudes that was quarantined in Seattle decided, fuck this quarantine. I'm just going to go to this event that I was scheduled to go to anyway and broke quarantine to go, so. Yeah, keeping all of this close and encapsulated ain't gonna fucking happen.
It's ridiculous. And oddly enough, I mean, I saw a meme that just makes me laugh so much. And it's a case of me standing, staring at the empty soap shelves in the supermarket and going, were these people not washing their hands before?
Some of these waifus that are popping up, I'm sorry, are just fucking fascinating. But yeah, no, especially men do not wash their hands very often. I've seen more people washing their hands in public restrooms, and I'm very good with that.
I'm pretty sure our hand sanitizer containers at work are tapped out right now because everybody is obsessive, but it's a call center environment.
Mm.
So, I mean, one person gets sick, everybody gets sick. Yeah, Playwatch and I were at the dollar store today. They had just gotten in a brand new shipment of like the little mini hand sanitizers. And she just walked up with the entire container and went,
Good
I'll take
fucking
30.
god. Yeah, people have gone fucking nuts. Leave the hand sanitizers for people, and you don't unless you're sick. You don't need a mask. I hate to tell you this, but you're not really helping yourself out that much with the mask. Wash your fucking hands and your cell phone. Your dirty ass cell phone is going to get germs if you don't take care of it. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Just take care of your cell phone and be good people. Just be good. And if you get sick, stay the fuck home. Don't go to work.
Dude, couple of years living in the North, you're starting to sound like a New Yorker. What the hell?
I've had enough people tell me they've heard my accent coming out still living in the north, so I know my accent still exists out there in the world. It just depends upon what comes out. The angrier I get now, the more New York I think I sound. So
Yeah, it used to be the southern accent would come through a lot when you got like super passionate about something or really angry about something, and now it's straight up New York.
the audio should still be coming in. I'm still seeing levels and everything there, Kelv.
Yeah, Playwatch has clear audio, mainly because I can hear it through one of my ears right now.
Fair enough. And just so you know, people do feel pretty bad about all of this going on. There have been groups that have rallied around the cancellation of things like, especially GDC being such a place where, the community of developers especially gather together during that. People who have been refunded, people have been helping out people who couldn't afford it, and There's a GDC relief fund from the indie game developers to pay back for people who have lost hotel rooms that couldn't be refunded, plane travel that couldn't be refunded, all things they couldn't afford, and things along those lines. And since it's moving to August, some of these people may have to share and trade out their existing passes. So
Well, and it's also a case of too, like one thing a lot of people don't realize is like for these big conventions like GDC, developers are paying to be there.
mhm.
Like, so literally you're paying for the exposure. And so a smaller independent dev, like they're not going like that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it's a huge amount. Especially you're not paying for one person; you're paying for a bunch of people, and you're also bringing all of your booth shit with you, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so like you've got your passes to pay for plus your booth fees, plus your shipping, plus. Like it's so much. So much.
But you can see here a lot of Makers Fund, Game Dev World. A lot of people have kind of banded together to help out the people who basically put all of their money together into going to GDC and get them their money back. So it's always cool to see, the community coming together to help everyone else around these sorts of things.
Yeah, and I mean like at the end of the day they are all competitors, but to see something like this is just it's fantastic. It really is.
But speaking of the plug, one interesting story to come out of it is that Plague Inc. has been totally removed from Steam on the China App Store. Well, the Chinese App Store and Steam in China, I should say. So your, iPhone whatnots. It's been pretty heavily censored in there. And, loud PC gamer shit. Thank you for the ads in my fucking ear.
And I mean like I have this game on my phone. I've played the hell out of it. It's a really cool study in how viruses and bacteria can evolve and travel. But they've also had to say there have been official statements put out by like the WHO of, I believe it was the WHO, please don't quote me on this, that this is not like, yeah, that exactly. It's not a scientific model. Um, it's it's a cool study. It's a cool way of seeing, yeah, this is how it could potentially work because I mean, really the whole point of the game is to create a plague that wipes out humanity.
Yeah.
Um, but no, it's not a scientific model. Yes, there are aspects of it that could be construed as yes, this is how it is. Um, but no, like don't take this as fact.
Chat, help me out here. I am relatively certain that there was like somebody either in China that was in head of like the speaker of their research for disease control and all of that, who was going on interviews and telling people not to worry about the coronavirus. Well, he obviously fucking had it.
Oh, that was in Iran. It
That's right.
was one of their higher ups going, "Oh no, it's not a problem," and you could actually watch it progress in each interview that he gave. That it was just getting worse and worse. Although, I mean, the doctor in Wuhan who first drew our attention to it actually ended up succumbing to the virus.
Not surprised. Doctors get these things more often than a lot of people because they have to be around it so much. So, yeah. So there's your talk and your warning on the whole plague, what is going around.
Wash your hands. If you feel like you've got the plague, try to stay home. I know current working conditions are not conducive to this, um, but like try to be considerate of people who may be immunocompromised, either through autoimmune diseases or because they're going through cancer, or like just try to be conscientious.
All right, and in other news, the news that we most desperately actually wanted Brian around to talk about, our favorite waifu of the entire world, Sonic Fox, is leaving Echo Fox. Now, we've talked about this a lot on the show. Basically, Echo Fox was falling apart because one of the founders of Echo Fox, Rick Fox, fell into an argument with Rizada, something along those lines. One of the other people that gave a lot of money into Echo Fox as a group, and basically the guy ended up being a giant fucking racist. So Rick Fox eventually pulled out after a whole lot of back and forth and attempts to get Rizada out so that they continue to have this company. Then Echo Fox lost Rick Fox, which was a large name of it. They were going to be selling off their spot in League of Legends, all of their tournaments. But slowly over time, the rest of Echo Fox has started to fall apart. And this is your last nail in the coffin for Echo Fox. Sonic Fox has left the team. He has not talked about it, but basically, Echo Fox is dead. One of the spokespeople for, I don't know if it was for Echo Fox or what. Yeah, this is actually a spokesperson for Echo Fox. Has stated there is no Echo Fox. It's gone. Without Rick Fox or Sonic Fox, you basically do not have an Echo Fox anymore. They don't have their league spot anymore. They basically have nothing. So congratulations to the most racist person out there who stuck the fuck in so he could get all of his money out of this team that no longer exists. Playwatch, I do not expect them to reform at all.
Nah. I could see Sonic Fox going off being solo, possibly joining up with another one of the existing crews out there. But I don't think we're going to see another iteration of Echo Fox anytime in the coming years.
Yeah, I sincerely expect Sonic Fox's DMs right now to be a shit show because every fucking recruiter in the world is going to be trying to talk to this man. He is, well, excuse me, I forgot. They are one of the top contenders, especially when you're talking Mortal Kombat and other fighting games. So they are going to be in huge demand.
He is pretty much the ninja of anything that's not Fortnite.
Yeah, this person
They.
really, yeah. Sonic Fox is one of the most versatile players that you've ever seen and won so many fucking awards that it's ridiculous. Just one of the best gamers out there and honestly one of the best people out there. Just a fucking nice person in the first place. They've won championships in Injustice 2, Skullgirls, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Mortal Kombat 11 and Evo titles. So this is a multi-game contender here.
And it's so rare in the competitive esports realm to see somebody who's so well rounded.
Yeah, usually a person focuses on one game. Sonic Fox kills it in almost everything. Yeah, Sonic Fox even plays fucking Smash Brothers and kicks ass at it. crazy. Just nuts. The next story has a little bit less to do with video games, but I do want to talk about it because it fucking makes me laugh, and I'm a horrible person. And yet again, another thing, this was going to be the last story we were going to have Brian in for, but I wanted to talk about it one way or another. There was a recent lawsuit case brought up by PragerU against YouTube because YouTube keeps demonetizing PragerU. So PragerU has decided that this is censorship and against First Amendment rights. Now, not a legal scholar here or anything, but as far as I'm aware, the First Amendment protects the government, and the government cannot censor you. This is a private fucking company called YouTube. And while sometimes YouTube does censor the people that I like and even agree with, it is their right as the company holding this shit to do whatever the fuck they want with their platform. And I especially fucking love that it's a shit show like fucking PragerU that that spent all of the money to try to fight this and lost. Business Insider here mentions such delightful PragerU episodes of "Are 1 in 5 women raped in college?" and "Why isn't communism as hated as Nazism?" So just a big old giant fuck you to PragerU. If you support PragerU, you can honestly eat a dick as far as I fucking care. PragerU is a shit show of a channel. There are so many great channels on YouTube where you can actually learn shit and don't get all of your economic and philosophy ideas from a sock puppet account of a YouTube channel.
And Playwatch, this made it all the way to a judge because this is the US, where people sue for some of the stupidest things on the planet.
Oh, this went all the way to the federal court of California. PragerU wants to continue fighting it. I believe the only next step is to actually go in front of the Supreme Court. I could be wrong.
I mean, there is a term out there of flogging a dead horse, and I think this horse is done, turned into glue, like they just need to stop.
Yeah, but man, Google has the money to lose on these lawsuits. I am so glad that PragerU lost their money to this bullshit rather than spending it on more videos and shit, but yeah. I don't know how to tell you guys, but Google censors right-wing and left-wing groups the fucking same. So, man, you better fucking get used to it.
It's just so precious. So precious.
All right, the next story that we have coming up here, of course, the one that I am honestly most excited about. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to play this yet. I know, I could learn so much about the game and how it plays and everything if I sat down and played it. I've watched other people tell me about their time playing it. I've watched Tim Sterling. I've watched Kind of Funny Games. I am not playing the demo. No! Fuck that! I am not playing it. I am not touching it. You could potentially convince me to stream the game when it comes out. I am not touching this shit. Mm-mm. Can't make me.
And like the title says, the demo is out on PS4. So if it were to be streamed right now, it would take some doing. We'd probably need a capture card to bring you all of the awesome goodness that we that you expect from this channel, like, commentary.
I will tell you, I will bring you a capture card. We have one in this house. Lady Goggles is not going to be using it until the 20th. So, hi.
I honestly, I have no desire to play this game.
That's entirely fair. But the demo of the Final Fantasy VII Remake is out free on PlayStation 4 now, so you can go download and play it. It takes about 7.5 gigabyte of hard drive space, about 3 gigabyte for each one of Tifa's movies, yes. God fucking damn it. There isn't a price. You can't convince me to play Final Fantasy VII Remake demo.
How's this? The audience will donate $100 to you, and I'll provide a home cooked meal.
We'll talk.
And maybe a batch of my evil chocolate chip cookies.
We'll talk.
Ha!
But yeah, from everything everyone has said so far on the demo, from everything I've listened to, and people who have been kind of dour on Square Enix, especially over the last few years, even Jim fucking Sterling had good things to say about the Final Fantasy Remake demo.
That's impressive. Now, okay, so Sterling had something good to say, which is rare as fuck. I'm going to be truly impressed and maybe more intrigued if Yahtzee can say something good about it.
Yahtzee does sometimes say good things about the games that he plays. He nitpicks the little shit, but, he knows as well as anybody else it's what people are following him for. So I don't hate Yahtzee for being kind of a negative shitbag, because that's what people want.
I also feel like I should explain why I really have no interest in playing this game.
Oh?
And I apologize in advance if this loses me friends and loses the channel followers. I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
That's fine. You really don't have to play Final Fantasy VII. You do not need it. But, yeah. And my favorite thing to come out of the Final Fantasy VII demo has been how apparently fucking thirsty one of the side characters is in the game. And for some reason, it is fucking passing my mind, but I believe it's Jessie that is the character. The lady in the kind of awkward steel-plated booby armor that is just fucking strange in updated graphics, but some of her comments I definitely recommend. You know what? Fine, Jim Sterling isn't gonna fucking sue me. That is not his MO. So let's pull up the first 30 seconds of his video, and of course it helps if I can type properly.
Soldier Boy Steel.
And wouldn't that be a hell of a story for us to do on a game? Or to do on a show? Hey guys, we did it! We got sued by Sterling!
Looks are what people notice first. So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Nah, probably
balls,
wouldn't.
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me. Balls, balls.
There you go. That is everything you needed to know about the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. She thirsty as fuck. Right there. No, Play Watch, his lawsuit with the Romero brothers has been dead for a long, long time now. But yeah, there's our good girl right there. Somehow she has taken over the limelight of this game from Tifa, which is huge for somebody to actually do. Especially a side character.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive given that, like, I've never touched the series, and I know Tifa and I know Aerith, and that's about it.
Fair, fair. And there's some other odd things going on around
Oh
this
yeah,
game.
Cloud too, right. He's the one that looks like the kid from shit. Kingdom Hearts, but he's blonde.
Yeah, exactly. Square Enix has re-upped a lot of its trademarks around Dirge of Cerberus and God, what was the Final Fantasy VII movie name? Advent Children. That guy.
That movie was cool. I actually did watch that.
Yeah, it was a fine movie, but they've been re-upping their stuff into it, and apparently parts of the demo make some nods to Dirge of Cerberus. So parts of those stories may actually make it into the remake itself. Uh,
Huh.
yeah, it wouldn't be terribly amazing if some of the story beats, especially from Dirge of Cerberus, are at least mentioned or included somewhere in the Final Fantasy VII remake. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts story is confusing to people who love Kingdom Hearts, so don't worry about that, Play Watch. You are definitely not alone. So, boys and girls, I've thought about it as we're talking. Thought about this as I sit here. You find a way to get me up to 10 subscribers here on the Dead Sun Entertainment channel. 10 subscribers. I will stream the demo for you. You will crack me, and I will actually play the stupid fucking game for you. Happy? There's your goal.
What is our count now?
1.
Oh yeah, it's me.
You know, that one subscription me and you have traded back and forth with Twitch Prime.
Yeah. Playwatch, I will relinquish the Twitch Prime sub you've thrown me, so you can throw it to this channel, so that way you can help make this happen. So guys, that's it. We've got a subathon for March.
Keep in mind, the
give
actual
us 10
game.
subs.
You've got 5 weeks till the actual games comes out, so 10 subs, there you go.
If you guys have Twitch Prime, feel free to drop those subs. They're free. Like, it's not that bad. Oh boy.
We've got Coop on the game here. It's recorded live, so I can't go back on it now.
Nope. And that's going to go to the brandings. I'm actually going to throw it in our Discord now.
All right, so, man, this goes a lot faster without Brian here. That's a shame, but this is technically our last story here. Something we've been following up on, and kind of one of my favorite things so far is the Platinum 4 have been coming out. The first, of course, the wonderful 101. Whoa! What the fuck did you do, Coop?
A wolf! Coop, you're amazing!
I can't believe that shit worked. I'm playing the fucking Okay, fine. You fuckers wanted that bad. I'll play the fucking demo.
Holy shit, guys! You're fucking amazing!
Alright. Shit. I'll try to figure out how to get this to happen on Sunday, okay?
I hadn't even finished typing the announcement. Jesus Christ. Dead Sun community represent. You guys are incredible.
Okay. Hi. Alright, no, I'll give you the waifus back. Oh, fuck me, Jinli. Okay.
Oh my god, you guys are the most amazing crew a group of spastic streamers could ever ask for. We love you all.
Alright, fine. I'll fucking do it Sunday. Sunday, we are going to have us a Final Fantasy demo evening. So, okay. On the last official story. Platinum Games. Right, we were talking about Platinums. Probably, depends on if, Lady Goggles decides to stream on Sunday what time I actually do it, and that lady has some problems with her eyes. Sorry, I'm very distracted by, the waifus right now. Project GG, that's where I was going anyway. Project GG will be the next big thing to come out of Platinum Games. I'll go ahead and play the demo trailer here. That is the Division 2, sir. Nobody gives a fuck. We must always play ads first. That's right. Hideki Kaya, who has brought you Beautiful Joe and Wonderful 101, is finishing out his trilogy with Project GG, which is set to be a big old kaiju fighting game. So that is the next big thing to come out. Wait, what is this? Oh, we have a level 4 hype train. Holy shit. We can get more emotes out there now. Alright. That's fucking cool. Yeah, a kaiju game from Platinum Studios. I know they are still... Oh, my shit. Okay, fuck.
Jesus Christ. I'm still broken by this, guys. I am still absolutely broken by this.
Having some trouble actually delivering news. Apparently we have been gifted some new emotes from Twitch, so enjoy those, I guess. Sure, boom. Anyway, yeah, This is their next big game. They are still working on Bayonetta 3 right now. That should be released within the next few years. So that will be a big thing. So there you go. There will be a Project GG. It's a long way away from development, so we're talking 2 to 3 years, potentially. So don't expect this anytime tomorrow to hear any new news. That's a reason we probably didn't see a whole lot from the game, other than a giant kaiju, a soldier-type Sensu character from, fighting back, and a tiny puppy adorable dog. That's what you're getting for right now from Project GG, but it is in the works. The part 3 of what... Let me make sure I have... Yeah. The part 3 of the 4-parter coming from Platinum Studios. Honestly, have open or studios say Tokyo. One awful one Kickstarter to $2 million. Good chunk are actually you in the first good fucking price was their step. Their original
track. It
oh shit. I'm not right now.
Yeah, it's you're banned the site, so you're cutting out for your audio.
Maybe while the site
and stream buffer.
I seem to be back in the green on my end. I dropped a couple frames, but I don't see any new frames dropping.
Yeah, I would just kill this site.
Yeah, probably. But you get part 3, a part 4 eventually. Cool. Anyway, I accidentally closed the window. So that wasn't terribly smart of me. So now you guys get to see the ever-ending train of waifus instead. So congratulations on that. It will slowly fade, and this window will just show more waifus going through time and space into ad infinitum. It's a good day here at Dead Sun Entertainment. Alright, but, of course, today... Sorry that I've killed the stream of waifus. Anyway, we can't finish Mr. Video Games, though. That might have been the last story, but we have to finish the game on... Oh, and there you get to see the list for half a second. Oh well. To show what's going on in the background. Fuck it. Who cares anymore? Let's...
Ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of Dead Sun's Mr. Video Game Super Show? Ta-da!
There you go. Congratulations. I have no setup for Mr. Video Games anymore because you fucking killed me. So I'm just here on what is the Mr. Video Games for today. I'm dead, everything is over, the world is gone. And Mr. Video Games is Norman Reedus himself. Why Norman Reedus himself? Let's just watch the trailer for the PC release.
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You see, I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding. Sound like fun? Of course it does.
you might have noticed something at the very end of that. Hold on, Norman, no, Norman. There you go, buddy. That's right. As Death Stranding comes to PC, released upon Steam, they're going to have some form of crossover with Half-Life. This is the dumbest fucking shit I have ever seen. So far, our Half-Life continuation is the VR game, and Norman Reedus wearing a head crab for a hat.
Yeah, so with the PC release, there's going to be Half-Life cosmetics available, most notably the head crab hat, which honestly I think has now replaced the otter. It's replaced the otter hat for me. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's surprising to see at the least. You may remember in the last show that we mentioned good old Mr. Kojima was going to Twitter and teasing something, and all of the fan community was like, oh, next week he's bringing out something? Oh god, it's gonna have to be Silent Hills. It's finally happening. Nah, Norman Reedus in a hat themed on Half-Life. That's fucking it. That's what you get.
Also, that pause face though.
Oh, you can see straight up his nostrils into his head. It's fantastic. The best screen you're going to get on Norman Reedus. Yeah, I want to know what he's using to clean out his nose hair, because I need to get that attachment that he's using. Maybe the head crab itself. That's what the head crab actually does for you. It cleans out the hairs in your nostrils.
Male grooming is weird.
It's super fucking weird. It's just the strangest. Anywho, I will be getting back to you guys later in the week to figure out what time on Sunday I will do the stream for you guys, since you've been so fucking kind. And man, I didn't expect you guys to actually give subscriptions.
I hadn't even finished writing the announcement in Discord, and y'all came through with not 10 but 11 subs. So Coop, John Borg, Kelverin, thank you guys so much. I have never seen Travis break this hard, this fast. This has been a fucking treat.
So remember, as always, follow us on Twitch. Our links are down in the doobly-doo. I guess I should change mine because I was CBGP Games. I changed my Twitch handle to Slacker Kite. So yeah, follow myself, Brian, and Lady Barrowin on Twitter. We tweet a lot about our own nerdy bullshit all of the goddamn time, and you can't get us to shut up. And if you want to hear us talking even more, we're fairly active on the Discord. So give us a join in that in the link down below as well. And as always, you can find a VOD after the fact on youtube.com/CBGB Games. They are held in memoriam, so you can go back at any time and hear me laugh for 5 minutes straight after we were gifted 11 fucking subscriptions. Thank you again. That was goddamn ridiculous, and you really did not have to do that. I probably would have ended up doing anyway, but it's fucking great.
I'm actually probably going to go back once our VOD for this stream pops on Twitch and clip, or rather, Travis, highlight that ridiculosity. So that way that lives on even after the 14 days have passed for our VODs to get stored on Twitch. And yeah, we definitely need to throw that on Twitter. That was kind of ridiculous, guys. That was beyond ridiculous. You're all amazing.
Okay, but yeah, I've been Slacker Kite. Merwin, do you have any final words? Because I've lost all mine.
Like always, guys, be cool to each other. Be the change you want to see in the world. You can find me on our Discord. You can find me on my Discord, although it's kind of quiet these days. Find me on Twitch. I will be back streaming again next Thursday, just because I'm going to be visiting family on Sunday. Also, Trav has to do the stream now. Like, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
You're stuck. And yeah, just be awesome. Wash your fucking hands.
That's a good thing to say. Wash your hands, disinfect your cell phones, don't go to work if you don't have to. I mean, just don't go to work anyway. I don't fucking recommend it. I practice work avoid as much as I fucking can. You should too. And, you know, if you're in the United States, hey, vote blue. Actually, I think Coop is the only fucking person left in, because we've got a Canadian and Australian. I think
we've got like 2 Canadians in the chat. I'm pretty sure Giant Pie is a Canuck too.
Yeah, Pie's Canuck. John Borg and Graves, that's right. They're both American. Anyway, I have lost my head for the evening. I'm going to go elsewhere now and consider my life choices and, I guess set up my PlayStation to download the demo. Good night, everyone, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Bye, guys.